Welcome back to another 1,000 Pound Sister and 1,000 Pound Best Friends recap. Let's talk about the most recent episodes, starting with 1,000 Pound Sisters. So remember last week, Amy and Tammy got into a fight in the limo. So Amy got out, walked to the restaurant, and then Tammy was like, I don't want to have dinner with her. So she ended up going home.
I'm trying to grow as a person. Why are you trying to keep me from flourishing? Trying to hold me back?
So in the most recent episode, Amy and Chris go to a genealogy appointment because they might be related to Queen Elizabeth, which is such a fake storyline, but I'm here for it. It's getting them to go to the UK, and I'm so excited for their family trip. I don't think this family has ever gone on an overseas trip, and like London is so fun, it's so cute, like I can't wait to watch them go to London. But anyway, Chris and Amy were actually supposed to go to the genealogy appointment with Tammy, but Tammy backed out last minute, probably because she didn't want to be with Amy after the fight. So Amy then vents to Chris about their fight, and Chris is just so over everybody fighting. He's like, oh my god, another Slayton fight, like these bitches need to control themselves and calm down.
Like I told her yesterday, I did nothing to you to make you yell at me like this. This is unacceptable and uncalled for.
Man, I am tired of all the squabbling and the beefing and I can't keep up who's fighting with who.
When they did a flashback of Tammy and Amy on a prior season, holy shiitake, I forgot how big Tam Tam was. I don't know how she survived, not only at that weight, but how did this girl survive 3 rounds of COVID? I don't know if it was 3 to be exact, but she had COVID multiple times that she survived. I mean, that girl was meant to live. I don't care what anybody says. The girl was meant to live. So they go to the library and then they meet up with the genealogist specialist. And then the lady tells them that there's a chance that they might be, maybe possibly related to the Queen of England. But they're going to have to do more digging.
What do you think about actually going to the UK? I want to go far to the new continent.
Later, the whole family gets together for one last hurrah for Amanda before she moves down to Florida. Tammy and Chris go on the swings, and I don't know why, but like that got me in the feels, just watching Tammy get on a swing and swinging, even Chris. I mean, I don't know, it was just really special and it got me a little bit emotional. This is when Chris proposes a family trip to London, and Amanda's very hesitant because the first family trip on the show was a disaster because of Tammy, and the second one was a disaster because of Amy. So who's going to lose it the third time? Plus, it's even scarier that they're going to be out of the country for the first time ever. Like these people, none of them have been out of the country. So it's all going to be their first experience together. And like, if they get into a fight, then they can't just take a car ride or a short flight back home. I believe they said it's going to be an 8-hour flight home.
I don't want no arguing, no fussing, no carrying on. And if I go, I would like to have my own damn room.
I don't care whether Amanda goes or not. Amanda's not stopping me from going to London. She just keep her mouth shut and I will too.
By the way, TLC has to be paying for this trip, right? I mean, it's their 6th season. They better be paying for everybody. It's still mind-boggling to me that these two, the sisters, came from their YouTube channels. That, I mean, nobody thought that they would even get their own show, let alone 6 seasons. Chris gets Amy and Tammy together and kind of forces them to talk things out.
And you know, the way you were acting was inappropriate also. Yes, what I said was out of line, but it was also true.
But you were calling me stupid and all that. I wasn't even doing nothing.
If you made me chill, I'm not trying to fight with you.
And honestly, what would any of them do without Chris? Like, he really is the glue that holds everyone together. He's so caring, he's so sweet, and he just seems like a great guy. Amy talks about how she really wants to go to the UK and fart on the royal guard and try to make him move. Girl, I would not do that because the horse is going to kick your ass right out of there. At the end of the episode, Tammy and Amanda have a talk, and I honestly thought they were going to make up, but they don't. Surprisingly, Amanda really does extend the olive branch. She starts a conversation off with like, I'm always going to care about you. I always cared about you. And, you know, let's try to move on. And Tammy was like, no, I don't really want to. I was like, Tam, why? I don't know. I was kind of shocked that Tammy rejected it.
I've protected your name when you weren't even around to hear it.
Why the
Are you bringing this up?
Because I'm here to tell. This is what I'm doing.
No, you're not.
I can and I will. You
Drop
don't have to
it
listen.
or I'm walking away.
Okay, well then walk away and the conversation
Last
is over.
time, I'm telling
I
you.
will not try to repair this. We are done.
I don't care.
Okay. Goodbye.
Slut.
That's pretty much what happened on 1,000 Pound Sisters. I gotta say, this season is pretty boring, to be honest. It's probably the most boring season of all the seasons. I'm still gonna watch it. I still enjoy it just because I like to keep up with them and see what they're up to. But it's not really recap worthy, if you know what I mean. So the recap for 1,000 Pound Sisters is probably gonna be super short. I am enjoying 1,000 Pound Best Friends a lot more. I'm enjoying 1,000 Pound Best Friends way more, so let's get into the most recent episode. So remember in the last episode, Scott walked out of Dr. Proctor's office because his mom exposed him for eating 10 cheese sticks at a time. So he walks back into the office and then he talks with Dr. Proctor and his mom and everything goes well.
You've got to be real about your past. You've got to say, yeah, I did that, but no more.
You're right, no more, and I'm sorry I got mad at you, and I know you're doing it out of love. I'm sorry.
Tina had her weight loss surgery and she is recovering. She's in so much pain that she really doesn't want to do anything.
Since I had surgery, it's been really tough because I've basically just been hiding out in my room. Being on a standstill, it kind of sucks.
Scott and the girlies, Vanessa, Megan, and Ashley, they meet up for lunch. Vanessa finally got approved for skin removal surgery. Oh my God, bye-bye Betsy May. Good riddance, we won't miss you, no offense. Now Megan turns to her. And I don't know why anyone would say this. Like, it's really just like, why? I don't understand. But she looks at Vanessa and she says, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm glad you're going first. Who says that? I'd be like, what? Thanks. Now it's time to order food and Scott orders the guacamole. And when he gets it, all eyes are staring at him and the guac. They're like, whoa, that's a huge portion. You're going to eat all that? And you're getting an entree? And he's like, no, I'm not going to eat the whole thing. Oh my God. Now, I want to ask you guys, do you think this is considered very judgmental, or do you consider this holding him accountable, or both? So he's munching on his chips and Vanessa's noticing that he's not really talking about his doctor's appointment, and everybody knew that he had his doctor's appointment. So then she asks him, so how was your doctor's appointment? And he goes, oh yeah, by the way, I was supposed to lose 30 pounds. I lost 15. And I don't know if he was expecting oh, okay, you'll get there. Good job, bud. But Vanessa was not happy. She was no nonsense. She told him straight up, you need to work on portion control because look at your portion now. If you had worked on it before, you would have lost not 30 pounds, but 45 pounds, okay? And you only lost 15, bro. So I guess this is what Megan and Ashley meant by Vanessa being a drill sergeant. It's kind of true. Like Vanessa went in and it was like nonstop and she just let him have it. And the thing is, she is very blunt and it does come off harsh, but it's not for everybody. But then at the same time, like some people do need it and she does it out of love. Yeah, I don't know. I think it really depends on who you're talking to because not everybody can receive this. Scott does handle it well. Megan approaches this whole situation a lot softer, understandably, because that's how she felt on the other end. Like she was Scott and she felt like Vanessa was just too much. But surprisingly, Ashley, who constantly complained, along with Megan, that Vanessa was too much, too judgmental, too drill sergeant-y, she was kind of the same. You know, she did the same thing that she complained that Vanessa was to her. And she was doing the same thing to Scott. So that was interesting.
Do the job and prove it.
Having all three of the girls come at me and basically telling me that I could have been more successful than I was, it makes me feel sad. It makes me feel hurt.
I felt really bad for Scott because he was really sad. You can just tell his mood changed. He stepped outside and he just let out a really good cry. It's a lot to have just one person confronting you. So imagine 2 or 3, and they were really going in. Megan feels really bad for him, so she goes out to console him. She's been in his exact shoes, so she understands. And Scott cries to her and admits that he really did need to hear those things. It was hard to hear them. And it really hurt his feelings, but he also understands that it was necessary. Maybe it's because I can relate so much and I've been there. Like when you rely so much on food to cope, like you rely on it to forget the world, to forget how shitty you feel, how bad everything is. But yeah, I felt bad for Scott because like it's really hard to give up on that one thing that makes you happy. Like you have to think about it that way. It's not just food. It's not that you're eating delicious, cheesy food. It's the fact that you have to give up the one thing that makes you happy. It's the only thing that makes you happy. It's the only thing you look forward to. It's the only thing that makes you smile, that makes you feel cozy, that makes you forget about all the other bad feelings that you feel.
I mean, I know I'm not perfect. I'm not. No one in that table or in that room is perfect. At the end of the day, we've all tried. We've all failed at some point.
Anyway, Scott lets out a good cry, but instead of running away, he walks back and lets the women know that he's grateful for them. It's the morning of Betsy May's funeral.
Last look at Betsy May in all her glory. Betsy May, we've been through a lot, but you gotta go. Say bye-bye.
Vanessa was in surgery for 5 hours, and she looks like she's in so much pain.
As I'm getting in bed, I feel horrible, like I'm scared to death because this pain is way too bad. I don't even know. It hurts.
I thought the painkillers were supposed to get rid of the pain. Like, why is everyone in so much pain after surgery? Like, aren't the painkillers supposed to like numb you? I don't know. I'm so confused. Her arms and her stomach are all bandaged up.
I feel happy and sad and happy, and I'm a little high.
The weirdest thing ever is looking down and Betsy May is gone.
If anyone has had skin removal surgery, can y'all let me know how the healing process was? Like, how long did it take? And did the painkillers help? Like, how much did the painkillers help? I'm nervous because I'm going to need skin removal surgery whenever I'm done losing weight, whenever that ends up happening, because I was supposed to lose weight for the past 12 years. I've been on a perpetual weight loss journey for half of my life. I don't know when that's going to happen, but when it does happen, I will need skin removal surgery. Vanessa pointed out that her sister, who's taking care of her, is going to have to wipe her booty. Oh my God, thank God for bidets. I'll definitely need to install one when my time comes. There's no way I'm having my sister or my family member wipe my booty. Tina is quite depressed post-surgery because she's watching everybody else eat all the foods that she normally loves and enjoys, but she can't eat it because she physically can't. Like, she gets sick, she can ruin her stomach, and it can be very dangerous post-surgery.
I miss the foods that I used to eat. I still can't stop from loving the food that used to make me happy.
She's almost regretting it because she misses, like I said, it's like you take your one source of happiness away and you have to learn how to find happiness in other ways, and you just like don't know how to do that yet. So I feel for her. I know a lot of people who have no idea what they're going through when it comes to like food obsession, addiction. Just think of it as a drug addiction. Like, it's almost the same thing. Scott goes to therapy with Dr. Connie, and we've definitely seen her in 1,000 Pound Sisters. And he addresses his relationship with his dad before his dad passed away. He was also bullied in school because of his weight, and then he'd get home and his dad would look at him like he was disgusting for eating so much, and Scott never felt loved by his dad. You know what, I was interested in knowing his relationship with his mom because she seems hypercritical as well. Anyway, he felt worthless, especially when it came to his dad, and I guess they never had it resolved before he passed away.
I want what I want when I want it. That's the motto of an addict. Addiction is a disease that is chronic and lifelong, just like the disease of obesity.
I thought this therapy session, oh my God, it made me feel like I was being therapized. It definitely got me a little emotional. And I feel like Scott got a lot out of that session.
Am I going to continue to accept the messages that I got? I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. Or am I going to say, that's bull? And I am not going to reject myself by harming myself.
And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what happened on 1,000 Pound Best Friends. And oh my God, was it on 1,000 pound recap that I talked about making steak. So you guys had some amazing tips and advice. Thank you guys so much. Of course, I couldn't really like heart or respond to a lot of comments. I read a bunch of them though. So I just wanted you guys to know, thank you guys so much. So many people said get a cast iron skillet, but I ended up getting a stainless steel pan. So I actually got it before I got to a lot of your comments because I ordered it right after I posted the video because I'm very impatient. I have impulse control issues. And I got a piece of ribeye steak. And maybe I don't know, maybe I'll vlog a video of me making it and you guys can see what I mean by a gray steak, because some of you were like, a gray steak? How is a steak gray? Well, I'm gonna show you. Okay, I'll show you guys what a gray steak looks like. Wow, I don't think I'm going to post this recap because I feel like I was all over the place. And like, I feel like sometimes I feel like I have the fattest tongue in my mouth, like getting in the way of me speaking because it's just like there and I can't speak. I feel like I mumble sometimes and it's just hard to speak. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If I end up posting this, I love you guys so much. Bye.